Hi, my name is Dimitri, and today I'm going to be walking through StreamLines' new AI improvements to EasySM and the newest features we're mapping out for use in all Cherwell platforms. I'll demonstrate a few use cases around what we can do in the Cherwell platform with AI, powered by OpenAI's ChatGPT technology. The first use case is an automatically generated response by the AI that the analyst can then provide back to the customer quickly and easily. So I'm going to start by reporting an incident. I'll choose printing, desktop, and submit incident. For my description, I might write something like Microsoft Word is not showing any of the Office printers when I go to print. And I'll submit that ticket. What this will do is, now that that ticket's been created, it'll go off, it'll analyze that issue description, it'll scour the internet, it'll use its own smarts, and it'll provide that information back to the analyst as something that it can provide, or they can provide, to the customer. So what I'm going to do is jump into the analyst view right now, and I'll just refresh this page. You can see there's one open ticket today, so I'll jump into that. Okay. So I can see at the top here, AI Analyst is currently generating a response. So when this is ready, it'll appear in a little banner at the top. So there you go. It's just appeared, so we'll click reload. And now we can see there's a couple of little red dots. So this review AI response will basically mark that response as read and take us to the AI Analyst tab. This gives us quite a few options. So we can see here the AI has recommended that we check your printers turned on and connected, make sure it's the default printer, restart the computer and the printer, and try reinstalling the printer drivers on the computer. So I like this as a response. This is quite good. I'm going to go ahead and send this to the customer. I'll just click send email. It'll generate this for me, and I click send, and I'm all done. Now, as the customer, when I receive this information, I might say, hey, I tried restarting, but to no avail. I don't know how to reinstall printer drivers. Please help. I'll click OK here. So now, as the analyst, I can see that there's a new customer note here. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that as read. And I don't really want to go through and explain how to reinstall the printer drivers, so I'm just going to assign this to someone else who can do that. So I'm going to assign this to Keith and save this record. Now what this will do is, it kind of ties into our second use case, which is it'll generate a summary of the ticket, of all of the notes that have gone back and forth and the description and all that information, so that when the new user receives that information, they can quickly and easily understand where the record is and then what needs to be done next. So I can see it says here, AI Analyst is currently generating a response. And when Keith goes in, he'll likely already have seen this. Okay, and we can see that the record was just changed, so we're going to reload it. Now the summary that Keith sees looks something like this. Customer reported that it's not showing. The analyst recommended several troubleshooting steps. The analyst suggested adding the Office printer. The customer tried restarting, the issue persisted and requested assistance with reinstalling printer drivers. So, as Keith, I'm going to go ahead and say, all right, I'll give them some driver information. So I'm just going to go ahead and select the printer from my SimDB here. And our third use case here is asking the AI Analyst a question, basically anything that we want to ask it. So I'm going to go ahead and choose Ask AI Analyst a Question. give me printer drivers for that. And I'll click OK. And so super helpfully, this will go off and it'll analyze the information that I provided it in the question, and it'll give me a really short, quick, sweet few steps and maybe a link to how I can install those drivers. So I'll click reload here, and let's see what it has for me. All right. You can easily download the latest printer drivers for your HP printer from the official HP website. Here's the steps. Enter the printer model, select the printer model, click the download button, and follow the instructions to download and install the driver. So I like this as well. I'm going to go ahead and send this to the customer. I'll remove this particular part at the start, and I'll click send. So now, as the customer, when I go ahead and I view this ticket, I might say, hey, I've looked through your email and it didn't work. I reinstalled the printer drivers and it still did not work. Any other ideas? Okay. At this point, Keith is seeing the new customer note and he's going to say, well, all right, what can we do? I guess I'll email the customer and I'll say, try flipping your monitor upside down. This has been known to help this issue. And I'll send that off. And as the customer, I'm going to see this new email. And I'm going to say, hey, flipping the monitor upside down fixed the issue. You're a lifesaver. Click OK here. Now, what I can do is, I know that this ticket's now been resolved. The issue's been fixed. I'll mark this as red, and I want to resolve out this ticket, but I can use this AI summary to give me kind of a bit of a completion details. So I'll click that button. You'll see at the top here, AI Analyst is currently generating a response. When that's ready, I can basically pull what I want from that completion and throw it in for my closed description. So I'll click reload. I'll review this response. Okay. So it says basically, the customer tried reinstalling the drivers, the issue persisted. The analyst then suggested flipping the monitor upside down, which fixed the issue. So there you go. So I'm just going to grab this one, and I'm going to click resolve, throw that into the closed description, and we will say that it was a self-healing event. And I'll click OK. But maybe this is happening a lot. Maybe a lot of users are failing to flip their monitor upside down and they need more information about how to do so. So the easiest way to, keep people from raising the same sort of tickets over and over again is to provide them with the knowledge themselves. And this is kind of our fourth use case here, which is to generate a knowledge article. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click Generate AI Knowledge Article. And what this will do is it will grab the description. It'll grab all of those journal notes that we've provided to the customer and that the customer has provided to us. It'll grab the closed description. It'll get all that information and it'll put it into its own formatted and complete knowledge article, which it will then link to this record. So I can see it's just been changed. I'm going to hit reload. And now I can see there's a knowledge article linked. Microsoft Word is not showing any Office printers when attempting to print. Try the following steps. And you can see at the end here, if none of these above steps work, try flipping him on an upside down. Note, flipping him on an upside down is not a standard troubleshooting step and should only be attempted as a last resort. So I like this knowledge article. I'm going to go ahead and go to it and publish this in the customer portal. I'll click publish now. I'll say it should be visible to the customers. And now when I go ahead and jump into my portal view, I can see I've got my resolution here, and I've got a link to this knowledge article here as well. And that'll appear also on the homepage. So as you can see from these 4 use cases, there's a lot of distinct ways to interact with the AI and to enable it to provide us with actual meaningful information to help resolve tickets more quickly and easily. And more importantly, it can produce really solid historical data and knowledge articles for future reference. Thanks for watching the demo. Cheers.